All right, so we just wrapped up the Mars Caribbean camp in beautiful Cozumel, Mexico, where we had Luke LaFontaine, we had Nikolai Soniak, and of course we had Ron Balicki teaching us. As most of you guys know, COVID's going on everywhere around the world. So this was realistically, I think, the first time that anything's been done on this level with Zoom and the instructors and a lot of people on site training. And we had an absolute blast. Some of the feedback that we've been getting actually from our attendees was that this was the most personalized experience they've ever had in a training camp or workshop or seminar with the instructors. And it kind of made me laugh a little bit, Guru Ram, because, you guys were at home teaching us while we were in Cozumel. And
the worst is I'm thinking they're in Mexico, kind of in this tropical weather, and I'm stuck here. So I was kind of bumming, but yeah, it was good. I mean, I think it went off without a hitch. I don't remember any glitches, so everything went pretty smooth. What I thought was cool is you had that remote camera going, so I was literally running up to different people and able to kind of like just have one-on-ones with them during the camp too, which was a lot different than all these other Zoom things that I've ever participated in. So it was good. You did a really, really good job with it. I liked it.
Thank you, sir. I wanted to try and, give them that feeling as if you guys were right there with us, you know what I mean? And give them that personalized experience. And it sounds like you enjoyed it, So yeah. I think that made a big difference. Something really cool that we announced during the camp was that we're going to do it again next year. So it's just kind of neat. So we're going back 2021, November 5th, 6th, and 7th. And our goal is to do it the way we planned with all of our other attendees there, all the instructors there, and do it for real in paradise, training, having a great time. And one of the things that we offered all of our attendees was that if they pre-registered for next year's camp, we were going to raffle off something kind of cool, right? And I don't know if you guys have been seeing a lot of the news and the buzz, but Guru Ron here has created something absolutely amazing that is going to enhance your training, whether you have a partner or not, whether you're at the school, you're at your home, it doesn't matter, right? So this thing will work you like nobody's business. So I'll let you kind of introduce this awesome tool.
Yeah, I got it. That's mine hanging in the back, but I made a stick dummy. So we have the traditional wooden dummies that everybody's used to. And, the Filipinos, I used to always see pictures of actually Guru Dan and others, and they would have a staff, and they would kind of tie sticks to it into like an X fashion on top of it. And they would just work their stick work on that. And with COVID, I just kind of thought, I need a partner. I got to train, and I made up one, and it was okay. I made like a padded one. And I just started thinking, how can I get these into like, not mass production, but like in a production capacity to where I could accommodate my students and be able to train them via Zoom or give them something to do, and it's kind of cool because now I've got several students who have this dummy, and I'll switch cameras in a second. I'll show you it, but it's been my partner. So let me jump up to take a look at it. If you look at it right here, I'm gonna switch cameras. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so hold on 1 second. Let me just plug that in. So if you look at this, and I know the lights are kind of dim in here, it's getting a little dark this way, but it's actually right here. So I can literally type and have a response back from it. It's designed for soft sticks, and I did it for a couple reasons. For one, it's wood, and wood's going to start to get annihilated if you're going stick on wood. Obviously, it's going to dent, crack. You see what happens to your sticks. So I designed it for soft sticks, plus I designed it for in your house. If you're in an apartment, you have neighbors next door, they're not going to want to hear clack, 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 clack. So this was just, and it's virtually, that's as loud as it gets. Or if you're just on the arms, I'm here, it's fine. It's pretty quiet. It's no louder than what your TV would be. And it's worked out pretty well. They're a lot of people have purchased them from me, which is a good thing. And I try to make it at a decent, accommodating price. But for you, Larry's got a special deal. Go for it.
Yeah. So I know there's actually two versions of this one. That's the number 2 back there, right?
Right. Yeah. There's a one piece, which is the one, and the number two is the two piece. Uh, I like the two piece. It's a little more expensive, but it rocks. It flexes at the head. Picture it's a stick, and if you're hitting it, they'll move like this. This one kind of buckles as if it's human, and it comes back when you really get going with it, which is kind of cool. It assimilates a human a little better, I think, than the one piece. One piece is good. It's cheaper, and if you just want something to beat on, it's great. But if you want to take it a little further, the two piece is the way to go.
I think so. I think you're right. And what we chose to do for our attendees that we're going to re-register basically and be coming back to join us in 2021 was we decided to purchase a number 2, just like you see there with the 4 sticks in hand. That's almost a $290 value right there that they can.
Well, you figure these sticks are $30 each, so you're giving them 4 sticks, and then the price of the dummy itself. So yeah, that's a really cool. Can I get in on that? That's
well,
cool.
And I've assembled a little hat drawing here, which is kind of cool with everybody's names in it, which is neat. So all those coming back, we can draw for a winner.
And they all have one name written on each one.
Larry.
Yeah.
That's the truth. One thing I think is neat is how you've packaged both dummy 1 and dummy 2 is you're offering it just as a dummy itself, or you're offering it with different quantities of those padded sticks. I think that's really cool. How many sticks can each one hold?
Well, it can actually hold as many as you want if you want to bore a hole through it. And if you wrote me and told me, we can always do that for you. But if you check this out, I put one up just for the high angles. I have one down for the low angles, and then a flat left and right. So, obviously we could have poked a hole here, and we could have done another. We could have made a complete octopus if you wanted. But, this I figured works best for me. And there's a lot of hookups. I mean, obviously nothing replaces a partner, but especially with this pandemic we're in, this is awesome. Because it's not like you got to forego everything. And even for you as a school owner, it's kind of cool because if your students had one and you had it, I don't know how many times I've taught and I'm like, all right, so picture they're coming in and you're trying to like explain with this imaginary thing. Here, I can always say, this angle came in, the roof's going to be here, beware of this. This angle came in, I did the shield, I have to beware of this. So when you go, I want you to envelop it here. So it's cool. I want you to hit down here, or else when the bug sucks, we go that way. So it's really, really simplified a lot of things for me, especially right now. And I mean, even after the pandemic, I'm starting to like this much to where it's going to be a part of my training. It's going to be part of my regimen.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
Well, you said it best earlier. I mean, for Wing Chun and for the Jeet Kune Do arts, we have the wooden dummy, as a competitor, somebody that's doing boxing, kickboxing, MMA, we use punching bags, we use all these other things. And, over 60% of a pro fighter's training is solo training. They're all by themselves. And,
exactly. And they're on a heavy bag. So for us, like we could go beat up a tree at a local park, but that's only going to go so far too. This is, like I said, the beauty of this. And I went to Home Depot and I bought one of those, like they have the, I don't know if the camera, I can't show you. I have a Velcro strap and it's got a carabiner that hooks in. You can buy them. It's made from Husky. And I just went to Home Depot. I bought it, slung it around a rafter in my garage. And then it comes with the eye bolt on the bottom. Just put a bag. I got a sandbag. You can get a weight. And I put that. And I triangulate it so it doesn't have a whole bunch of spin. It'll spin and you want it to spin. But early on, I would hit it with the single lead. And it felt like nothing was there. Now I'll get it to come back too. So it will twirl. And that's okay. But it doesn't go really past that. Where before it was just spinny. It was just glitches, and I've got other tricks to make them less spinny if you wanted it, but I need it to spin some. I want it to spin some. So, it just gives me the different angles to deal with as a person's coming at me instead of it being a locked off thing, much like the wooden dummy is. So it's a little more alive that way. So it's cool.
I love it. I can't wait to put mine up. So that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's really, really cool. All right.
So, but that's cool. So the winner is Ron Balicki. No?
Larry. Just to be legit,
Wow, I'm so surprised.
I double folded these up, so there's no peeking, right? So it's all good, right?
Okay.
Here we go.
Right.
One person. Let's see what we got. Drum roll. Mr. Daniel Garrison, right? Danny's the winner, guys.
All right, Danny.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Danny, now, is he in school with you or is he doing Zoom with you? Because he can do both now.
Yeah, we're actually doing both.
So it's kind of cool.
Yeah. That's
so
awesome.
Nice. Congratulations, Danny. That's cool. So, yeah. And Larry, sign it for him and give it to him. We should have done that. We should have signed it for him.
Oh, that's a cool idea, right? So I like it. That's awesome. Well, thanks again for putting on a great camp. I mean, I know that we did it remotely, but I think we did it like nobody else could possibly pull it off.
Yeah, no, look at, man, everybody's flying, what is it, on the seat of your pants or whatever, it's just, who knows which way it's going to turn out. And you worked it out. Happened. I think the biggest glitch we had, now that I remember, there was a marathon and you guys were trying to get across the street to get online on time, and so it started like 3 minutes late. So but that was like, otherwise it went off without a hitch. I thought it was good.
Yeah, we all exited our hotel that morning. All you see is like
hopefully there'll be no Zoom next time and I'll be there. But I'm pretty sure I'll be there. If everybody else got there, we could do this. So,
Well, and I know you and I talked about the other day, but I'm very happy to say that all of us that attended the camp, and went to Cozumel have all been self-quarantining, and we're coming up on the 2-week full mark, and everybody has been healthy. Everybody has returned safe. So I'm very, very pleased to announce that as well, because we worked real hard at that. We did our temperature checks, our O2 checks there on site. Everybody wore their mask getting in and out. They were pretty potted, or they had their own training partners that they trusted. So it worked out really well.
What I thought was cool, you introduced me to the one gentleman who was a biologist, and right.
Yep.
And I asked him, how bad is it out there? He goes, oh, it's tough. And I go, a lot of COVID? He goes, no, tourism. And I went, oh, I go, how's the COVID thing? He goes, look, we all wear masks here. He said, when we go to a store, we got to sign into that store. We get our temperature check. They make us wash our hands before we go in there. He goes, I asked, I think, what was the death? Like 1 a week or a month or something? That's all they're getting. And he said, they pretty much have a good handle. I wish America kind of had it as tight as they have it going. So keep that in mind, because if things are still crazy, it seemed like a pretty good, safe place. But I mean, obviously you got to do your due diligence and make sure, and it's just smart to. But I was a little jealous after I talked to that guy, and I was like, wow, I really wish I was out there with you guys. So yeah, we'll make it happen. All right.
Next year. That's going to be good.
Next
awesome.
year.
Very cool. Thanks so much. I appreciate you.
All right, Danny, congratulations. All right, Wakanda forever, everybody. I'll see you. Okay.